in progress.
Welcome today. Welcome to this moment. I am Natalie. It is fantastic to see you. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be down on our mat today. We're going to start out down on our mat, finishing standing up. But I would like you, before we head on down, grab different resistance bands if you have them. If not, just tie a knot in your band. We'll talk about that later. Grab your blocks, your mat, grab your water as well. And let's get started. We're going to work on our cores today, strengthening our insides all the way to the outside. So join me standing nice and tall on your mat. And yes, I have my shoes on right away. I think it really helps me use the resistance band a little bit more, a better grip on it. I'm going to lower this so y'all can see me. So starting rolling shoulders up, back, and down, lengthen from the crown of your head, and right away, fire on those abdominals, lift that pelvic floor, pull quads away from those knees, wiggle those toes in your shoes, and just tuck your chin and roll yourself down, bend your knees super passively. And keep those knees nice and bent, and when it feels good, roll yourself back up. And just repeat that motion a few more times, getting into your spine, stretching out your back a couple more times. And do it one more time, and then just hang out down here. Allow gravity to pull your head closer to the floor. Shake it out, nod it, wiggle your jaw. If it feels good, maybe you want to bring your blocks and place them underneath you. Bring the floor closer to you. First time getting in our hamstrings. And all I want you to do is just bend and straighten those legs. Perhaps not straightening them all the way, since this is our first getting into our hamstrings. Well, at least it is for me. I don't know about how for you. Warming up those knees, those ankles, those hammies. And just bend and straighten a few more times. And your last time, keep your knees bent, lift your seats bones to the ceiling, walk over to your left side, and reach out through that right arm and really ground through that right heel, pulling pelvic floor away from the floor, working those abdominals from the inside out, building strength from the inside out. And then walk yourself over to the center, shake out your head, nod it, let gravity pull it closer to the floor, and then walk those fingertips over to that right side, really stretching through that left arm, grounding through the left heel, pulling abdominals away from the floor, those thighs. And back through the center. Bend and straighten those knees together again. And then bend your knees a lot. Come down to the mat. Swing down to your hip. Lengthen nice and long on the mat. But before you do, sitting on those seats bones, sitting nice and tall, roll shoulders. And just lift, walk those feet towards those glutes, lift your heart. And see if you can balance here. Let's fire on those abdominals right away. Wiggle out your jaw, perhaps using the backs of your thighs to hold on. Maybe you're on your tippy toes. Wherever you are, be here, enjoy it. And then lower right foot to the mat, grabbing onto that left shin. Tuck your chin, roll yourself all the way down. Bringing both knees into your chest, rock back and forth. Perhaps taking a knee circle in both directions, releasing your lower back. Make sure you go both directions. And let's place both feet onto the mat. Open those arms out. Maybe not quite a T, maybe a lowercase t. And let's start out lowering those knees to that left side. Engage your core here. Starting with that engagement of your core, lift those knees and head over to the right side. And then engage your core, lifting those knees. Alternate back and forth, left and right. Find that motion. Returning those knees back, facing the ceiling, pointed towards the ceiling. Let's lengthen your right leg, your left leg. Lengthen those arms above you. Take a full body stretch. Wiggle those hips, those shoulders. And then plant those feet onto the mat. Lifting hips, carry them over to the left side. Lifting trunk over to the right. Straighten those legs. Send them over to that right side. Perhaps crossing left ankle over right. In this banana shape, let's get into that side body, warming up all through our trunk. I'm using my right hand to lengthen the left arm over my body, above my head, while trying to keep my shoulders glued to the mat. Maybe it even feels good to grab opposite elbow, opening through your heart, your chest. And release, uncross, placing both feet onto the mat. Lift those hips, carry them to the right side, trunk to the left, legs to the left, cross or not. Getting into that right side body, using your left arm to stretch that right arm overhead. Take one more breath there. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows. And adjust yourself back onto the mat. Take another full body stretch, lengthening arms above your head, legs nice and long, maybe pointing and flexing through those feet. Wiggle those hips, wiggle those shoulders. Place feet back onto the mat. Lower knees to that left side. Lifting left leg, placing it gently on that right thigh for even more of a stretch. Maybe now your shoulders feel good to lengthen out into that T. Maybe not. Continue to press that right shoulder into the mat. And gently release that leg. Engage your core, bringing knees back, pointed towards the ceiling. over to that right side, lifting the right leg, placing it on that left thigh. Breathing with each exhale, try and relax your body more. Just allow gravity to assist you in stretching, lengthening those muscles. Supply those muscles with awesome air by breathing in and out. And gently release that right leg. Engage your core. Knees back to the ceiling. Bring knees into chest. Rock back and forth. Placing right foot back onto the mat. Draw that left thigh into your chest. Circle your left toe both directions. Point and flex. And straighten that left leg any amount. And lengthen that right leg. Really pressing the right heel into the mat. Getting into that right hip flexor. Really lengthen it nice and long. Now inhale, bringing trunk off the floor, knee to nose. And exhale, release. Again. Release. Let's do 2 more times. And on your last one, stay here, pressing lower back into the mat. No tension in your jaw or neck. Bring that leg closer and gently release. See if you could keep that leg there. Open out through that right arm. Open through, take that left leg to that side. Now, I don't have a strap. You can bend through the knee so it's not quite a big lever. You can bring your right foot on the mat. Just take this stretch, getting into that inner thigh. And as you see, I'm still pointing and flexing, moving through my ankle. That's what my body needs today. What does your body need? Let's bend that left leg, engage your core, bringing the knee back in alignment to the center. And let's, using our right hand, let's cross that leg over to the right side into a gentle twist. Left arm straight out from your shoulder. I continue to look up. My neck isn't ready to look over to that left side, but if yours is, I invite you to do so. I also invite you to straighten that left leg, getting into the outside of our leg if it feels good to you. Getting into your IT bend. And if you had that leg straight, bend it. Roll back onto your back, bending both knees, rocking back and forth. Square yourself back on the mat, please. Lower right foot to the mat, cross left over. Cross left thigh over right, drawing knees to your chest. Slide those hands down those shins. Lengthening through your tailbone, pressing it to the mat. Getting into your glutes. And gently release both legs. Uncross, bringing both knees into your chest. Rock back and forth, please. And lower left leg, bringing right thigh into your body. Circle right toe both directions. Point and flex. And when it feels good, straighten through that right leg. As much or as little, I'm keeping a super bend in that right knee. but lengthen through your tailbone. And then straighten your left leg, pressing that left heel into the mat, really lengthening through that left hip flexor. And then inhale, bringing your trunk off the mat, and exhale, release. 3 more just like that. Inhale up and exhale. Again, inhale up, hold it, relax your jaw, your chin, your shoulders, no crink or crank in your neck, and then gently release. Let's open up that right leg to that right side. You can bend your knee if it feels better. I have my left arm straight out from my shoulder, anchoring into the floor. And then bend through that right knee. Return back to the center and continue by carrying that right leg over to the left side. And a nice twist, really grounding through that right shoulder, keeping it here or lengthening the right leg, getting into your IT band. Wherever you are, take it, enjoy it. If you had that leg straight, bend it. Gently roll back onto your back, bringing both knees into your chest. Lower your left foot, cross right thigh over the left, drawing both knees into your chest, sliding those arms down your shins, maybe to your ankles, pushing your legs away from you while drawing them closer. And gently release those legs, uncross, lengthen arms and legs, full body stretch again, please. And bring your feet to the mat. Lower those knees to the left side, placing hands behind those heads. Interlace those fingers, wiggle your jaw, no tension in your jaw. Oblique crunches. Now I want you today to set the number you would like to work on. You set that number, find the number in your brain, visualize it, and are you ready? Let's do it. Lift, lower. I'm going to do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then knees to ceiling. Let's do regular crunches. Take the tension out of your neck. Find that number. Set it. Here we go. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Knees over to that right side. Set your goal. Here we go. Lift, and lower. Breathe. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, beautiful. Knees to ceiling. Find your number. Here we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Lengthen legs and arms. Nice full body stretch. Stretch out your core. Roll onto one side. Meet me on hands and knees, please. Make sure you have your resistance band. I'm going to use my lightest one, or my least resistant one, for this floor exercise. But before we do, meet me in your tabletop, pressing all the knuckles into your mat, pressing all those fingers into the mat, hips underneath those knees. Exhale, round through the spine. Inhale, lower belly, lift heart, chin. Rotating back and forth with your own breath. Your last inhale, returning to that long spine, to that tabletop. I want you to lengthen the left leg behind you on those toes. Lengthen right arm ahead of you. Lift leg off of the floor. Elbow to knee. In and extend. And in. Extend. Again. In. Extend. In. Good. 2 more. Nice and long. Lower hand and knee to the mat. Heading over to that other side. Extend your right leg behind you first. Extend left arm. Find the stability in your core. Here we go. Lift the leg and in. Extend. In. Find your balance in your core. Beautiful. 1 more. Nice work over there. And extend. Nice work. Keep those toes curled on the mat. Bringing hips to heels. Roll shoulders. Find the length in your spine. And return back to that tabletop. Let's actually put on your band here. So I'm going to have my band around my feet. Find your tabletop. So if you want to look up, I have my toes curled on the mat. I'm finding tension in that band. Same exercise. Find that number in your head. Shoot for it. I'm going to do 6 each side, looking like this. So at the same time, you're going to extend your left leg back, reaching through that right arm. Looks like this. Bring it back. So I'm not going to bring my knee down. I'm going to kind of crunch in the middle. Same thing. Maybe I'll do more than 6. It's a little bit easier with the least resistant band I have, and I can really stretch through that leg. I'm going to do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I'm going to lower that left foot back to the mat, setting up for that right side. Catch your breath. Wait for the music. Core engaged. Here we go. Right leg, left arm. Extend, bring it in. Extend, bring it in. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2. Are you feeling it in your glutes as well? Finish your last one. Beautiful. Lower knee, hand. Sit back on those heels if it feels good, or grab a block and let's roll through the wrists. Flick out those fingers. Catch your breath. Shake out those hands. Make a fist and explode. Setting back to that tabletop. Find that number again. Beast. Find the number in your head. Knee taps. Pressing knuckles into the mat. Core engaged. No tension in your jaw. Here we go. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Come up off of those wrists. I still have my toes curled, getting a nice toe stretch. Roll through the wrists. Shake them out. Even circle those thumbs. Don't forget about your thumbs, please. Set it up for your beast one more time. We're going to lift our knees off the mat and do hip drops, getting into those obliques. And lift those knees. Drop the left hip, center, right hip, center. Keep going. I'm going to do 2 more. Return, lower knees, uncurl toes. Lift that left arm straight out, and let's stretch that shoulder. Bringing that shoulder to the mat. Left ear to the mat. Giving your wrists and shoulders a little bit of a break. Walking that right hand underneath your shoulder. Press yourself back up. Lengthen your left arm nice and long. Hello. Coming back to that tabletop for that beast twist one last time. I just had to adjust my band. So find all the alignment first. Curl toes. Lift knees, drop right hip, center, left. Keep going. Keep your abdominals engaged. I have 2 more. Finish your set. 1 more. Lower knees. Lower feet. Uncurl those toes. Let's lengthen that right arm to the side. And bringing your right shoulder to the mat, right ear to the mat. Pressing the back of that right arm into the mat. Oh, Misty came to join me. Hi. Walk that left hand underneath that left shoulder. Press into the mat. Open that right arm to that right side. Returning. Let's come down to one hip and then to your glutes, please. Keeping the bend through those feet. Before we do anything else, remove the flesh away from your seats bones. And just hinge forward. Let's take a nice hamstring stretch. Super passive. And walk yourself back up. Let's bring those feet to the mat. And either using hands to lean back or not using your hands, this is what we're going to try today. So you're going to bring those feet back and you're just going to push. Keep that core engaged. Do as many as you can, and then gently release. That's a new move. Find your butterfly and hinge forward. And bring yourself back up. Let's try it again. Roll shoulders, lengthen your spine, rock back to your seats bones, using your arms to support you or not, pushing those legs. Core engaged, pelvic floor lifted. And then gently release to your butterfly, hinge forward, remove the strap from your feet. Roll yourself up, swing those legs behind you, find your tabletop. Curl toes along the mat, walking wrists ahead of those shoulders. Let's press those hips up. And I really want those seat bones up. So bend those knees, super bendy. Pedal through those feet. And then bend those knees really bendy. Walk hands towards those feet or feet towards hands. Press into those feet. Take your time rolling it up. Roll shoulders up, back, and down. Shake it out. Grab some water. Sorry, Misty. So if you have options, that's fantastic. If not, that's okay. Kind of using my medium one now. More core work, but this one has no strain on your neck at all. So we're going to place our band underneath our foot. This is why I love having a shoe on. Do this a few times. See if you need to change your band. You just need to have a nice loop. Tie both of the ends together if you don't have one of these bands. And all we're going to do is down and pull up, keeping everything nice and tight. Engaged. Long spine. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently release. Remove that strap away from your foot, bringing the strap above your head. I'm going to change to a least resistant for this next exercise. Holding it firmly in your hand, you're going to bring your right knee to your right elbow, keeping this left arm nice and stable. So here. Keeping those obliques, your core engaged. Let's do 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do all of that on the left side. Bringing our foot through that strap, our knee and our toes are following the same direction, keeping your abdominals engaged in the long spine. Here we go. 1. 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Moving on to that oblique crunch with your strap right above your head. Keeping that right arm straight, nice long spine. Try not to lock out those knees. Pulling left elbow to the right knee. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Let's place the band through those feet. So this one I also have my super least resistance band. Bringing those feet apart slightly. Working your core again. Bringing arms up. We're going to bring right elbow to left knee. So here, stay here. Flex through that foot. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Awesome. Remove that band. Let's do that whole thing one more time. Bye, baby. Bringing that band to that right foot again, keeping that spine nice and long. Here we go. I love you. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Awesome. Remove above your head, long spine, drop shoulders away from your ears, shake out your head, nod it, and keeping that left arm nice and stable. Here we go. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heading over to the other side. Placing that left foot through that band. Placing foot on the floor. Set it up. And let's do it. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, nice work. Remove. Grab your other one or just place it back in your hands above your head. Lengthen spine in both directions. Drop shoulders away from your ears. Shake your head. Nod it. Wiggle your jaw. Keeping that right arm stable. Here we go. Four more here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Placing that between our feet. Rolling shoulders, arms out or behind your head. Lengthen your spine, drop your chin slightly. Gauge that core. Let's finish nice and strong. Right arm to left knee. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side right away. Six, 5, 4, 3, you got it, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Remove that strap. Make sure you have your blocks accessible to you today. Roll shoulders up, back, and down. Curl your chin, roll yourself all the way down to the mat. Before we come back down to our backs, shake your head no, nod it yes. Wiggle that jaw. And then down to one knee, then the other. Onto your glutes. Find your feet flat on the floor. Let's find our boat pose one more time. Keeping nice and long. Roll onto your seats bones. Toes off of the mat or not. Feet in tabletop or not. Straighten legs or not. Hold it here. Beautiful. Bend your knees. Lower left foot to the mat. Bring your right one close to you. Roll yourself all the way down. Lengthen legs. Create a big X with your arms and your legs. We're going to finish off with those X crunches. So they look like, I'm going to start with my left arm, right leg. So I'm using my right arm to kind of support me, pushing into the floor, lifting myself all the way up. So left fingers to right toes. And we alternate. So pick your number, visualize it, and let's go. Lift and lower. Now right arm, left leg. Pick your number. Do it now. I'm going to do one more each side. Finish your set if you're still going. If you're not, let's draw those feet back onto the floor. Bringing knees to chest, rock back and forth. Grab your block. Kick that booty in the air. Put that block right underneath you. Placing feet back onto the mat. So you can stay here. You can widen your feet as wide as the mat. Allow knees to fall in. You can lengthen your legs. Take them as wide as the mat. Do one at a time. Stretching through those psoas, through your core. So I'm going to take my feet, my ankles as wide as the mat, allowing my hips to sink deeper into the block. Releasing your hip flexors. Wiggle between those shoulders gently. If your breath was rapid, allow it to start to flow more naturally, more calmly. If you had one leg straight and one bent, switch them out now. See how much heavier you can become. With each exhale, the block is only lifting you up. You're doing no work. You're done with your work. You worked on your core. Strengthens your gut feeling. Listen to it. Take one more breath here, wherever you are. Gently bring those feet back to the mat. Bring them close to your glutes. Draw your left knee in. Straighten your right leg, pressing right heel into the mat. Gently lower your left foot to the mat. Draw your right knee into your chest. Lengthen left leg nice and long, pressing left heel into the mat. Placing right foot on the mat, bringing your left foot back onto the mat. Before we roll off the block, bring both knees to your chest. Gently sway side to side, giving your lower back a nice massage. And find some stillness. Straighten those legs. Allow your blood to flow in the other direction. Gently bend those knees, returning feet flat to the mat. Press the feet into the mat. Press those hips up, remove the block. Bringing knees to chest. Rock back and forth. Cross left ankle over right. Hands behind those thighs. Rock yourself up or roll to one side. Press yourself up. Meet me in your tabletop, please. Curl toes onto the mat, walking wrists ahead of shoulders. Press those hips up. Allow those sits bones to be shining towards the ceiling. Bend knees, super bendy. Whichever way you adventured the first time, do the opposite. So if you walked hands to feet, do feet to hands. Bend those knees. Take your walking forward or back. Feet underneath those hip bones. Bend those knees, super bendy. Grab opposite elbow. Gently swaying back and forth. Release your hands. Shake your head no, nod it yes. Wiggle your jaw for me. Wiggle your tongue. Motorboat your lips. Press both feet into the mat. Take your time rolling yourself up. The last thing to come up are your shoulders, neck, and head. Beautiful job today. Shake out those bodies. Wiggle it out. Feet wider than hip distance width. Bend those knees, finishing with our twist. Allow those arms to hit you. Start to slow it down. Slow down all the way. And then return facing front. Roll your shoulders. Find that nice strength and length in your core. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Inhale up and release. One more time. Bring your hands together, draw them close to your heart as you exhale. Bow your head in gratitude. Give yourself a thank you for joining me today. Thank you so much. Te quiero mucho. Gracias. I love you. I hope you feel strong. Thank you for spending this moment and time with me. I really appreciate it. I love you.